well, that last episode took forever to review. Let's get back to the quicker, easier, and less emotional stuff, shall we? What's up? What's happening? What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Animation Station. I screwed up my intro, whatever. Welcome back to Animation Station. Welcome back to Miraculous March 3. We are getting closer and closer to the end of our Season 3 marathon. And next up, we have the episode Felix. An episode that introduces yet another villain character into the series. However, I don't dislike this one as much as I dislike Chloe, and nowhere near as much as I despise Lila. But, I mean, he's still a villain character, so I can't really like him. But he's fine in this episode. He works fine enough, and I will give him credit that the scheme that he comes up with is actually pretty cool. And it is clever. But I don't really have nearly as much to say about this episode than I did with the last one, so this is going to be a nice quick video. Here's the synopsis. Marinette reveals her feelings for Adrian on the anniversary of his mom's death, but his lookalike cousin, Felix, pretends to be Adrian and responds cruelly, which leads some of them to getting akumatized by Hawkmoth. And Felix ends up working with Gabriel. At least I believe that's how it goes. I don't know. I'm sorry. My memory's a little hazy. But I can say this is a great episode. Definitely. Definitely a great episode. Felix works as well as he needs to for this episode and for its plot. We get to learn a little bit more about Gabriel, which is cool. We learn a bit more about the significance of these rings that he's wearing. Well, the ring he wears and the one he wears, well, that his wife is wearing. You get what I mean. And this is an episode that tries to dive more into the Agreste family, which, is not a bad idea. We've seen episodes like this before in other series where they introduce more family members of the antagonists of the show, and they either turn out good or they turn out to be just as evil. And it's always at least a little bit interesting. And with this episode, I think they did it pretty well. Felix is a conniving, very evil, self-centered character, and he tries to ruin Adrian's life for honestly no good reason aside from the fact that he's evil, which is my big problem with the episode. Doesn't really give us any actual motivation for why he tries to ruin Adrian's life. But he tries to ruin Adrian's life, and Marinette, good on Marinette. She finally confessed to him, and it just sucks that Adrian himself didn't get to see it. But it is pretty cool. So, let me see here. Sorry, this episode's a little bit forgettable, so please excuse my scatterbrainness. Here we go. Alia, Rose, and Julika get akumatized back in the Lady Wi-Fi, Princess Fragrance, and Reflecta again as the Punishers trio. And, credit to this episode, it's cool to see these characters again. It's a cool little callback, again showing how far they've come since they first started. And they all go after Adrian, and Natalie protects Adrian, and then Felix dresses like Adrian. It's a weird evil doubles episode, but it works. It's just a bit hard to really describe it. However, the episode does have a pretty big ending, with Felix stealing the ring that his mom wanted back. The sister of Adrian's mom. And Gabriel doesn't notice until it's too late. So he ends up having to take the ring off of his wife's hand to put on his, because he still feels obligated to her. And Adrian apologizes and, sorts everything out and talks about how it wasn't really him. And unfortunately, he didn't really get to see the messages, but he heard about them sending messages and is appreciative of them showing how much they care. And that's pretty much this episode. It's just, and then Ladybug and Cat Noir are there just to be there. just to fight the 3 akumatized villains, and that's about it. So, yeah, short, sweet, to the point review for a short, sweet, to the point episode. So, I don't really have much else to say about this one. Final verdict is an easy 8 out of 10. Check it out if you haven't already. And I'll see you next time for a piece of crap.